My name is Paul C. Bear, President of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering here in Mason City, Iowa, Denver, Colorado. We're here at the Best Western in Clear Lake, Iowa. Today is February 16, 2019, and we're here for the February of 2019 Worldwide College of Auctioneering class graduation. And I want to welcome each and every one of you folks that are in the class and your loved ones that are here, also your friends and relatives that are listening in from around the country and literally around the world. And so people listen into the graduation and also the class auction from even in Europe, they listen in. But I would like to again welcome you to Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduation. For you folks that are our guests, or for you folks that are listening in, 48 folks came this week to become auctioneers. Last Saturday we started, and it's been over 80 some hours of pretty intense training at times, and certainly a lot of moving parts to make an auctioneer. There's a lot of things that goes on at auction school, and one of the things is removing the fear of public speaking. That's a big thing for most people. Death is what we fear most in life for most people, and secondly, we fear public speaking. When I opened the auction school last week, I said by the time the student auction comes at Friday night at 5 o'clock, you'll want to get up in front of your peers and other people in auction. In class, do you believe that is true? Did you experience that? And last night we held the class auction, and Vicky maybe will tell us again how much we raised for St. Jude Children's Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. No small thing. Worldwide was founded in 1933. It's over 85 years old. It's graduated or trained over 40,000 auctioneers, and no small accomplishment for training auctioneers. One of the things that we did here at Worldwide, we didn't talk about sports and politics and fashion and so on. We talked about auctioneering from start to finish. And so we did a lot of those things. Worldwide has trained more state champions, national champions, other folks around the world and around the country than any auction school, and we're very proud of that. In fact, if you look over here on this side, you'll see the Hall of Fame and the Hall of Champions, and we're very, very proud of the fact that a lot of folks are in that Hall of Fame and Hall of Champions. But that wasn't the reason that we worked so hard this week. We worked hard to teach each and every one of the class members to do the very best auctioneers that they could be in their communities, in their churches and schools and so on. And I think we certainly tried, and hopefully we accomplished that. Students and class members, you're going to join a family of auctioneers, and it truly is a family. I think you saw that last night and this week. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of emotions that go to auction school, and one is fear. Fear is the unpleasant, strong emotion, anxious, dread, fright, alarm, panic. And folks in class, did you ever have a little fear this week? I know I did when I came down and saw you here some mornings, for sure. And but anyway, fear is something that we all experience. And a word that most people don't equate with themselves is courage. When I ask people if they think they're courageous, almost always they say no. But Webster's Dictionary defines courage as the ability to conquer fear. And each and every one of you conquered your fears by stepping out of your comfort zone, by practicing, by doing better. There's some nights that some days we started at 8 a.m. and we didn't get done until 11 p.m. And so that's no small thing. Risk, exposure to possible loss. And folks, you risked going out of your comfort zone. Are you going to be put up in front of people to auction? Yes, you did all of that. And then there's a reward. And the reward is this morning you're going to get a diploma from Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And I want to say this about your diploma. Folks, your diploma this morning is not a gift. You've earned it. And some of you folks know I'm a United States Marine, and I've met all the requirements to be a United States Marine. And so I get to be a United States Marine the rest of my life. And you folks will be a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering the rest of your life. When you come up. We're going to give you this pin. This pin is recognized around the country and around the world. You can only get this pin if you graduate from Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And you've earned this diploma. It's not a gift. Folks, I particularly enjoyed this class. This was a fun class. They were very helpful to each other. They supported each other. And I just really enjoyed my role as part of your week here this week. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like one last time the class to stand up, and let's just do 2 more Betty Botters before we depart. On Betty bought her but some butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of better butter, put it in a bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. So does better Betty bought a bit of better butter. 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90, 90, 90, 80, 80, 70, 70, 60, 60, 50, 50, 40, 40, 30, 30, 20, 20, 10, 10. And Betty bought her but some butter, but she said this butter bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of better butter, put it in a bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. So does better Betty bought a bit of better butter. 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 90, 90, 90, 90, 80, 80, 70, 70, 60, 60, 50, 50, 40, 40, 30, 30, 20, 20, 10, 10. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of moving parts to Worldwide College of Auctioneering. I'm one of them. I get to be the president of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Vicky's assistant, Dawn, gets to be part of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. She does a wonderful job in the back. Instructors get to be part of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, but there's only one person that Worldwide College of Auctioneering cannot conduct school without, and that's Vice President Vicky Ginder. Come on up here.
Thank you, Paul. I just wanted to say thank you for being an extraordinary group to work with. Don and I have both appreciated everything, and you've been so kind, and we have not had one issue with anyone, which is saying something when you work with a large group like this. So we're just very, very, very proud of you. We want to wish you the very best in the future. We are there for you, as we've told you several times during the course of the week, so call us anytime if you need anything. We want to wish you safe travels on your way home, and we want to welcome you not only to the auction family, but to our worldwide family. We're very proud that you're part of us. Thank you very, very much. Have safe travels home.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask one of your favorite instructors to come up for a couple of departing remarks. Here's Jill Marie Wiles, everybody.
Thank you, Paul. First, I'd like to say thank you to Vicky, Paul, and Don for all of the moving parts that they keep going during this week that you have no idea what's going on. They make your experience enjoyable. And I know that each one of you appreciate them as much as I do. I've been with Worldwide for almost 20 years, and they are so consistent every single time. So let's give a big round of applause for Vicky, Paul, and Dawn. To the students, I'd like to remind you that you never step in the same river twice. Life is always moving. And as you go out into the auction profession, just remember that integrity is the first word on the banner. Hope that you take a photo of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering banner, the qualities of a successful auctioneer, and pick 5. Pick 5 qualities and try and work them to the best of your ability and master them. And then when you do that, just pick another one and keep going. I'd like to say to my daughter Ava, who attended this session, so very proud of you. Dad and I are just so very proud of you, and I know your sister is too, and I know that you're going to make Worldwide very proud. There's many people that have come up to me and said, I just hope that I get to see who she becomes, and you're becoming a wonderful young lady, and you have so much ahead of you, and I just hope that your experience here will serve you well as you go out and become who you really are.
Well said. You know, it's interesting. Jill Marie came and instructed for 3 days, and then she turned her instructor button off and turned her mom button on. And I know you're very proud of your daughter Ava and et cetera, et cetera. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, international champion auctioneer Merv Hillpiper from Cedar Falls, Iowa, 85 years old, has been calling bids since he was 5 years old for 2 minutes of departing remarks.
Thank you, Paul. I'm going to go a little bit quick here. This is not my first graduation. 1943 or 44, I was here with my brother. I don't know, I'm pretty sure the year. All right. 57 years ago today, it was 30 below zero here. Our third daughter was born early that morning. I kissed her goodbye and headed for an auction down at Clarion, Iowa, and it was 30 below. Never forgot it. Attend every competition you can attend. Go to every contest you can. In 1985, I was in the World Champion Tobacco Contest at Danville, Virginia. I headed then to Calgary, Canada, and had World Champion Livestock. Then I headed back to the All-World Competition. Today, I have been in 62 World Competition contests. I've stood before over 500 judges. Ladies and gentlemen, you learn something everywhere you go. It's an honor to be here with you. Paul is going to honor me. I shake hands with everybody, every auction we have, and I get a chance to thank Paul for all our years of friendship. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, but we love each other, and I want to tell you, it's going to honor me to be able to shake your hand and give you a hug and tell you I love you. Thank you.
Well said. Folks, if you're here at the June graduation, or if the June class auction, Merv and his wife LaRue are going to be celebrating 60 years, and we're going to have cake and coffee right across the hall there. And folks, I just wanted to let you know that we're certainly going to be happy to do that. And also, I want to let you know that Merv married a much, much younger woman. And so LaRue's quite a gal. Ladies and gentlemen, international champion auctioneer, and you heard her sing the other day. She sung all over this country, Madison Square Garden, and every place you can see, and also she's auctioned all over this country. And earlier in the week, I said to the class, Amy Assiter is going to be here, and she has a most prized possession. And I asked the class, I said, anybody want to guess what that is? And so we're going to ask her what that is. And also I asked Amy if she would tell us a little bit about what it's like to attend the State of the Union address, which she did last week. Amy Assiter, international champion auctioneer.
Thank you, Paul. So my most prized possession, anybody guess? Probably not. This is Spanky's first, this is second. I told Paul a long time ago, my grandmother, when my grandfather passed away, she passed his Bible along to me. And that was it's precious. But what I really found inside of it, my grandpa kept all the clippings from the church bulletins and things that he really enjoyed. And in that Bible, I found a copy of The Touch of the Master's Hand. And I don't know if you're not familiar with it, go home and look it up, because you'll start to love it from this day forward. And my grandfather was a fiddler, and I'm an auctioneer, so it's pretty cool. And we both love God. And as far as being at the State of the Union goes, it was surreal, euphoric. I wish that every patriot, no matter what side of the line you're on, could go one time. Because it was first of all, I'm kind of a political enthusiast, I guess, so it was like going to a concert for one person, except you see 200 or 300 that you're like, oh, there's so-and-so, there's, oh my God, there's so-and-so. So all the Supreme Court justices, the senators, on both sides, it was just pretty thrilling to see them all, and to see them all in that place. And the one thing that we all said walking out was, it's sickening, because there is so much talent in that room, and if they could come to a meeting of the minds and all come together and do the very best thing for our country, we'd be the best. The sky's the limit. So that was my experience. Congratulations on all of you guys for making this decision to come to Worldwide. This is the best school, bar none. Hopefully it will continue to be even after Paul and Vicky are not here. Remember, when you go home, no matter what you sell, you are selling someone's possessions. Whether you're trading their cattle, you're trading their cars, you're selling out their real estate, and their whatever it is, it affects that family. It affects that family's bottom dollar, and that's their. It's sometimes it's their everything. So remember that, and be empathetic and compassionate, and I know you will. Thank you, guys.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Vicky was in the back of the room doing work, as she usually does, and so I'd like to... Yeah, but do you want to say something? You usually do. Do you not want to? Say goodbye to folks. No. You did? Well, I forgot all about that. Yeah. You know, if you smoked as much marijuana as I did this morning early, ladies and gentlemen, you'd forget too. Anyway, folks, the next order of business is I'd like to invite international and world champion, the most recognized auctioneer in the world, Spanky Assiter, to the stage, please. Spanky boy.
I'm not much standing behind podiums. And I know Paul says I had 2 minutes, but I flew a long way, so I want to take as long as I'd like. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited you're here. And I'd like you to do me a favor. I'd like for you just for a moment to imagine you have something that's not very valuable, a little paste, a little paper pulp. It's all put together and it's a piece of paper. We've all seen them, thrown them away. But this piece of paper is a piece of paper that'll change your life forever. Because this piece of paper is a ticket. Now, many of you purchased a ticket when you came here, an airline ticket, or if you didn't, you've seen a ticket. And there's a few things on a ticket that if you'll just imagine with me for a second that you have your ticket in front of you. And on the top left-hand corner of that ticket, what is there always? Place you're starting from, right? Most of them have the first initials, like when I fly to Amarillo, it says AMA. Your initials are WWCA. You're starting from the Worldwide College of Auctioneering. The greatest, the best, the most champions, the wonderful instructors. You're starting from the very, very top. You've had wonderful instruction for a week from the best in the business, the greatest, and they shared everything. They held nothing back. Where you started is something spectacular. And then you move to the other side of a ticket, and what do you see? The destination, where you want to go. What do you want to be? You know, some of you came not wanting to be auctioneers, but just to get the experience. That's okay. Where do you want to go in life? What do you want to be in life? You need to put that destination, that goal, that target on the wall. And every day, move the needle, kick the can to get closer to that target. Maybe you want to be a county fair champion or the state champion or the world champion auctioneer. Or maybe you just want to be a better husband or wife or a better student or a better Christian, a better friend. Whatever your target is, you can do it. You started at the greatest place and you put that target on the wall, and I promise you, if you work at it every day and you prepare, you can become the person you want to be. Bottom left part of this little piece of paper. What is it? Time to go. What time do you leave? Right now. You know when Paul told you to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning? I know a friend of mine, he doesn't even wear a watch. And he told me one time, I said, why don't you wear a watch? He says, I know what time it is every second of the day. I said, you can tell me anytime I ask you what time it is. He said, absolutely. I said, what time is it? He said, it's now. It's now. This is the strike of midnight, December the 31st, January the 1st of the rest of your life. This is your birthday. This is the first day of every day of your life. The time to start working towards your target is now. Plus the next part of the ticket, the bottom corner. The part we don't want to talk about. The cost. The price. There's a price to pay. You have to do it. Nobody can do it for you. But today I'm going to pay the price for you. Right here in my pocket, I have a roll of pennies. I'd like to start on this side with you. And in this pocket, I have another roll. I'd like you to take a penny out. It's a coin. It's a price. And I want you to take this penny and I want you to put it in your shoe. Tomorrow you get up, you're going to be excited, and you're going to do your chant. You're going to work at what your target is, whatever that is. In a week from now, it's going to be a little more difficult. In a month, it's going to be harder. And every day, it's going to get harder. It's when you get out of that bed, if you have to be pushed out of the bed, it's not as easy. If you have something, desire in your heart, something wherever you want to go that pulls you out of that bed. But if it's that day that it's a little more difficult, I want you to wrap your toes around that penny. And I want you to remember the sacrifices that these people made to come up here to help you. Paul and Vicky worked their tails off, and Don and all the instructors came out here. I promise you, all of us could be at home making more money. And if we're not making more money, we could be spending time with our families, enjoying what we want to do, working towards our target. But we sacrificed for you because we want you to succeed. We want you to succeed. And even people you don't know. The Ashleys came in here and they gave away 10, and we're going to draw for those this afternoon. We got to forget that. 10 memberships to NA because they want you to succeed. People you don't even know want you to succeed. Your family wants you to succeed. Your friends. So pay the price. Do the work. Your life and your future is in your hands and your hands alone. You now possess the power, the ability, and the knowledge to create a very special and unique heaven right here on earth. Your future is in your hands and your hands alone. Live it well. God bless you.
Well said. You know, one thing, Spanky and I have been friends for a long time. And I always try never to follow Spanky because no one can speak as good as him and nobody can sell as good as him. So anyway, we go back a long way and we've been friends a long, long time. And, you know, there's an old saying, you can't make new friends. And, excuse me, you can't make old friends. You can make new friends, I guess, but you can't make old friends. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started with the graduation. And we're going to go Z to A in the graduation. And I see our instructor, Sarah Brewers, is here. Would you come up and sit with us? And you grab a chair, Sarah. And ladies and gentlemen, let me get going here and we'll get started. The format, ladies and gentlemen, I'll present your diploma, and you're welcome to say whatever you think you want to say to your friends and family back home, anybody here, et cetera, and away we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here's an auctioneer from the great state of Illinois, where my wife is from, and his name is Jerry York. Come on up here, Jerry. Jerry, may I ask you a question? Do you think we ought to use this format all the time? Yeah, that'd be all right. Yeah. Well, you did a great job, and you came in here, you're a reserved guy, and you're a real smart guy. And you don't know that I know that, but I do happen to know that you have a lot of gray matter, and you're reserved, and you opened up, and you did what we asked you to do. So, Jerry York, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you, sir. Just wanted to say thanks to everybody here. I mean, you guys were great. I really enjoyed being here. Paul, Vicky, you're one heck of a speaker. I enjoyed everything. To the people at home, be on my way shortly, and about it, Paul. Thank you.
And Vicky will, after you graduate, she'll put a Worldwide College of Auctioneering pin on your lapel. At least we think she will. She does have the ability to know everybody's blood type, ladies and gentlemen, after she pins you. Elijah Wogelmuth, come on down here from Kingdom City, Missouri. Hold on just a second. From Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Listen, folks, this is better than it was a couple of graduations ago, I can tell you that. A couple graduations ago, I mixed the bilingual auctioneering diplomas up with the regular diplomas, and Vicky had to get me out of that deal right there. Here's a young man here that came all the way from Pennsylvania to be an auctioneer, and he's a third-generation auctioneer. And your folks back home listening in this morning? They're probably in church right there. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, young man. You got a big future ahead of you.
I just want to thank Paul and all the instructors for sharing your time this week. We all appreciate it, and we learned a lot. I think that's it.
Man, a few words. Well done. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, your next graduate from Bloomfield, Iowa, Tyler Weaver. Come on down here. You know, Tyler, there's an auctioneer in Bloomfield, Iowa that is just one of the very best auctioneers in the world, and his name is Phil Schooley, and you know him. And so if you say hello to Phil, tell him hello from Paul C. Bear. And also, you know, Vicky grew up just down the road a couple of towns from Bloomfield, Iowa, and she had a crush on Phil Schooley quite a few years ago. And but anyway, Tyler, you did a great job. You're a reserve guy. You got a really, really good chant. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. Well done.
I just want to say thanks to Paul and Vicky and all the instructors for taking times out of their lives to come here to Iowa and teach everybody everything you guys know. Also want to thank everybody in class. It's been a great week. I've met a lot of good people and hope to stay in touch with every single one of you. So thank you very much.
Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett, Ricky, come on down here. How you doing, my friend? Brett's going to head back to Illinois, and he's part of the Nelson and Kurt Almond, Tucker Almond family over there of auctioneers in Great Illinois. And, you know, I remember the first time that you got up, you looked really, really challenged. And you did, and many, many people do that, me included. And you just never stopped. You just got better and better and better every day, and you hit the cover off the ball last night, and I think we all agree with that. Brett, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And there's a whole bunch of folks over there that know your employers real well. They're good folks.
I want to say thanks to all the students and everybody for helping me out here. It is very difficult for me to get up here and stand in front of a group of people and do it, but I'm determined I will get better at this. I want to say special thanks, and it's an honor to be in the room with all these fine auctioneers, some of the greatest in the world, and my support back home. I want to say thanks to everyone. Appreciate it.
Well done. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Wagner, come on down here. And I'm not going to present this diploma until you bring your family up here and in the front. Come on up, folks. Come on up and let us see your nice family. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
So while they're coming up here, I got a lot of flack this morning for not telling my family in India and Kenya and Ohio, Virginia. They were watching in last night, and they said I forgot to introduce them. So, thank you.
Now, you know, these good folks, wow, these good folks, isn't this a wonderful family? How are you kids doing? Are you proud of Dad? It's kind of early. Look at this guy here. He's pretty young. He's old enough to sign up actually at auction school the way he's looking right there. Jesse, on behalf of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you. Well, it's an honor, and thanks, Paul and Vicky, and yeah, and class as well. It's been great.
Well done. Well done. Take care, kids. Isn't that a wonderful little family? Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Taylor, come on down here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you folks maybe don't know, but this is Dr. Robert Taylor. He didn't advertise it this week, but he is a doctor. And also, he's a member of the Choctaw and Cherokee Nation, Indian Nation, and he talked about that last week. It was very, very interesting. You got a very, very rich heritage, and I know that you're good friends with Von Long, and he's a good friend of mine too. Robert Taylor, Dr. Robert Taylor, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you very much, Colonel Bear. It has been my honor and pleasure to become a colleague of yours and a member of this Worldwide of Auctioneering College family, and a new trade that we have the privilege to learn and to continue and increase the standard of living of ourselves and our families. We live in a country that these opportunities are not available. We live in a country that is developed to pursue the right of happiness and the things that we want to pursue. You can go ride bucking horses for a living. You can go be a chiropractor. You can be an auctioneer. And that is thanks to the leaders of this community, this state, and this country. And I invite you to honor that opportunity every time you have the opportunity to vote and do the best you can in everything that you do. My dear father would be very proud of me. I appreciate you for uncling us through this week. You're a great man, and you make me miss my father, Benny Taylor, and my mother. My beautiful wife, Carmen, is watching today with my beautiful daughter, Raylan. I love you. And Dad always said he didn't believe in luck. Have success. And God bless America. Thank you, everyone.
Well said. But may I tell you something? Yes. When I was a young guy, I pursued riding bucking horses, and I wasn't worth a darn at it. I rode some bareback horses, and I didn't do well at all. That's all right. Brandon Suarez, ladies and gentlemen, from Bliss, Idaho. Beautiful, beautiful Idaho. Class, do you agree with me that we may be looking at a future world champion livestock auctioneer here? There's an old saying, and what I just said is true. I think we could be looking at it, but you ain't yet. So you got to go get it, okay? They're not going to knock you on your door and say, here you go. Young man, you were on task all week, and you got a beautiful chant. You got a big future. I just can't wait to see what you do. Brandon Suarez, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you, Paul. Been an honor and privilege to come through Worldwide College of Auctioneering. I'm very proud of what I have in my hand, and I know each and every one of you will be. I want to say hi to my family, all my friends that are watching, and just pursue your dreams. Don't ever give up. Stay positive, and you'll be successful. That's what my dream and goal is in life. And I want to thank Paul and Vicky for all what they did for us. This week has been incredible for me, And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well said, sir. Well said, young man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the youngest member of the February 2019 class was a young lady that hails from Canby, Oregon. Her name is Ava Stewart. Would you come on up here? Where's she at? There she is. How you doing? Ava, here's your diploma, and I'll see you later. Well, you knew that wasn't going to happen, would you? Anyway, I'm going to wait till that guy, because I'm going to invite somebody to come over here. Mom, actually, I'd like you to maybe do dual roles. As an instructor of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, one of our very best, and also mom this week, part of the week, and so all week, and an instructor part of the week. Come on over here, Ava. You know, little Ava, when I say little Ava, she's not little anymore because she's growing up. She's tall like her dad. Her dad is 6'5" or 6'6", and he's a mountain of a man. I want to tell you something. He's just a great guy, and muscles all over the place. And anyway, I know that they're proud of you back home, and I still think of you as a little girl because I can remember years ago, Jill Marie was pregnant with Ava, and we were in Minneapolis Airport. We were heading different directions, and she was so warm. It was in the summertime, and we had a guy that used to take us around in a cart, and I called him. His name was George, and Jill Marie was there sitting with George, and I was in the back, and we were just flying down the concourse. Jill Marie was so warm and so uncomfortable, and now you're an 11-year-old girl, and you've done a wonderful, wonderful job. I especially have respect for Ava for this reason. Number one, she did it. Number two is it was when we started at 8 a.m. every morning, it was 6 a.m. in Oregon, and you came in and your eyes were kind of like this once in a while. I know you were tired, but you did it. And before we go any further, I'd like to ask your mom to come over, and instructor Jill Marie Wiles, and say something before you say something, and also present this diploma to your daughter, please.
I'd like to ask Amy to come up and stand next to Ava. So very proud of you. And I know that we'll look back on this moment when you're an adult and have very fond memories of our time here at Worldwide. And it's just surreal to be standing here with Amy and you at the same time. Amy was there when you were born, and she called an auction for me so I could have a baby. Now that's a great friend, isn't it? And now and it was on Amy's birthday too, so I got a couple things taken care of. I had a baby, and I got you your birthday present. But just a surreal moment, and so very proud of you, Ava. And on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, it is an honor and a pleasure to award you your diploma today. Congratulations. I love you. I'm very proud of you.
Well, it's kind of shocking, you know. I thought that this was gonna be, I never thought that this was gonna be easy, but I never thought that it would be this fun, and to have everyone here and to make new friends and just have such a great time, even though the weather was crazy and we all had kind of a tough time with it. Everyone just kind of pushed through, and it really enhanced everyone else's opportunities, and it helped me through the class, so thank you.
Well said, young lady. Okay, Mom, will you pin that Worldwide logo button on there? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Luke Stressman, come on down here, please. Mr. Luke. From Gilbertville, Iowa, part of the Rod Backus family right there. Would you tell Rod Backus thanks for coming up a few nights ago or last night? You did a great job. You're a good guy. Didn't he do a great job, class? He's a good guy. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thanks,
Well
Paul.
done.
I'd like to thank Paul, Vicky, the staff, all the help we had, the class. You guys were amazing. It's been a fun 7 days. A few of us joke. It's hard to believe it was only 7 days because at times it felt like 3 months, you know. But we did get through it. We learned a lot, and I got a lot to take back home. I'd like to thank the Backus family for their support in sending me here. We're going to go back home. That was a great foundation, and you guys just help add to it. So I'd like to thank you. Appreciate it.
Well done. Well done, Colonel. Heath Stark, ladies and gentlemen, from El Dorado Springs, Missouri. Or Missouri, it depends if you live in town or in the country. How you doing, kid? Say hello to Jim Herzog and also Jared Anstein, and especially one of our very best instructors, Shannon Sewell Mays. Yes. You doing okay?
Yes.
You look great.
Thank you.
How was your week?
It was a good week. Had a lot of fun with everybody here, and just glad to be able to do it.
You know, this young man is not very old, but he's got a big future ahead of him. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you. Just wanted to say thanks to my family for taking care of everything at home and giving us the opportunity to be here, and had a heck of a time with everybody here.
Well said. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, Cole Scanlon, ladies and gentlemen, come on up here. From Oskaloosa, Iowa. And your friend Justin Abel was up here the other night, and it was good to see him again. You doing okay? Ready to go home and get him? Several times this week, this young man, Cole, told me, he said, I'm really enjoying myself, and I think you did, didn't you? Yes. Cole, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you.
Where's your mom at? Mom, would you come on up here? Come on. Who wants to see Mom come up here? We're just going to redo this whole thing here. You know, ma'am, the reason I wanted you to come up here for one reason is when young folks come to school, I can tell what their home life and their family life has been like. And I want to tell you, you did a nice job, an excellent job with this young man. I mean that sincerely. Again, Cole, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And I can tell, folks, the eyes are the windows to our soul. And Mom can't help it. She just is glistening up there. She loves this boy so much. You be nice to your mom. She really loves you. And also, you're going to inherit a lot of money someday. So,
well, I got to thank you, all my classmates here. Thank you for helping me out this week. I've had a great week. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, all the instructors. Thanks for a great week. Appreciate it.
Well said, kid. You betcha. Ladies and gentlemen, John Santiago, ladies and gentlemen, a New York auctioneer from Pleasant Valley, New York, part of Rob and Sue Doyle family over there, Jennifer and Philip Gable, and we've already said this ad nauseum, but say hello to those good folks. Well done this week. One thing that John, I complimented him on it. Sometimes people come to auction school and they want to change their chant sometimes to a cattle chant or something else. He had a chant that he came in with, and he liked it, and it worked well for you. And people can't push you around. You're a strong individual, and you kept that chant, and it's the right chant for you. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you. I'd like to start off by thanking the class and all of the instructors here for all the help this week. I know we've all kind of leaned on each other at times to get through. I'd also like to thank my beautiful wife, Jessica. Hopefully the kids are awake and watching at this point. Hey, LJ and Audrey, Daddy loves you. I'll see you guys soon. And Philip and Jennifer Gableman and Robin Sue Doyle, thank you very much for supporting me in all of this and giving me the opportunity to come out here. Thank you, everybody.
Well said. Well said. Ladies and gentlemen, a lady from Smithville, Missouri, Lisa Rooney. Come on down here, an Irish girl. There she is. Now, folks, I want to say a couple things about Lisa. Number one is she did a wonderful, wonderful job this week. She got personality plus. Number two is say hello to our friend Eva Rojas when you get back down south.
I will do it.
And number three is yeah, and stick around after the graduation that we're going to play chicken and what? Pickle basket game. So everybody stick around. It's going to be great, and it's worth waiting out the snowstorm, folks, to watch the pickle and what?
It's chicken and pickle.
Chicken and pickle, right there.
And it's for all families. I mean, everyone's welcome. They have games outside. They have dances upstairs. They have a little something and everything. And the food's really good.
Okay. Lisa, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
I just want to say that this has been one of the best experiences of my life. I'll get a little teary-eyed, but I just feel like I've learned so much here, and it's been a great experience, and I guess that's it. But if you ever get, I know, if you ever get through Kansas, through Smithville, stop and see me. But thank you all for all your support. I don't know why I'm crying, but I am. I guess just happy tears. And you quit laughing, Robert. Thank you all so much.
You know, hey, Lisa, come here a minute. Come here a minute. Folks, I want to tell you, I tell you why you were crying.
Why?
Because you have a wonderful, wonderful heart.
Oh.
And that's why people cry, and because it brings out the heart in them. I've got a wonderful, wonderful wife, and it's not Lisa, just for the record, everybody out there.
Brian's back there.
Brian, come on up here. Speaking of, here's your husband right there. Come on up. There, Lisa, introduce your husband.
This is my dear, darling, love of my life, best friend, Brian Vincent Rooney, and he has supported me throughout this whole, this whole process. So I'm lucky to have him.
Anyway, just to finish, my wife, whenever we leave her mother's house, she fills up before I say we better get on the road, and she can't help herself. She fills up. And then we get in the car, and she's emotional for about the first 10 or 15. There's some rooms upstairs, you guys, if you, they rent them here. They rent them, and anyway, but I always say to her, sweetie, I love it when you show your heart. And Lisa, you got a great big heart, and that's why you showed your tears this morning.
Thank you, Paul.
Well done. You married well, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Oh, yeah, I get to her, I got a pen. There he is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask I'm going to ask Brent Priven to come on up here from Albion, Iowa. Hi. Okay, go ahead and sit down. We're going to do this all over again and do it right one time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brent Priven from Albion, Nebraska. There he is. Now, I've got a question for you before I present this. How many world champion livestock auctioneers are there from Nebraska?
Well, I never looked it up yet.
I
was gonna.
Does anybody know out there? How many? Somebody said 8. How many? 9. There's 9.
I was going to say that.
That's exactly right. This kid here, they're watching. This kid did a great job all week, and he's got a wonderful, wonderful personality. He's well liked by the other students. You did a great job, young man. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you. I'd just like to say thanks to all the students for always encouraging me and helping me out, giving me ideas of other things to do, to try to make mine better. And I'd like to thank my family for supporting me and taking care of my dog while I was gone. Hate for her to starve. So yeah, I guess just thanks everybody, and I'd like to thank Paul and Vicky and all the instructors. It was great getting to know everybody, and I guess that's it.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask Kenny Pfeiffer to come on up here from Hastings, Nebraska. And also, I'd like to ask his dad, Kip Pfeiffer, to come up here from Hastings, Nebraska. You know, Kip came through with his son as a refresher. And you guys folks agree with me that Kip last night helped us immensely at the auction and helped St. Jude immensely at the auction. There's some other folks that helped with the auction also, Mr. and Mrs. Ashley, and Spanky and I are going to thank them together here in just a few minutes. But for right now, Kip, you did a great job, and with your son, you did a great job while you're here. I think you enjoyed this week. And Kenny, you got sick in the middle of the week, but you went right on through it. A couple times, or one time I should say, he said, man, I'm just feeling, I said, go on upstairs and just lay down, and you came back down and you just went through it, and I got a lot of respect for that. I would like Dad to come over here and present this diploma to his son, and then we can say something.
This is going to be a little tough, but on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, son, this was the end of a journey, but a beginning of a bright future. Congratulations.
Okay. Oh. Well, first I would just like to thank my father, my family, my friends, my new friends and classmates. I wasn't always a very top self-confident guy coming into this, but after going through this and meeting all you wonderful people, I have so much self-confidence now, and I just can't wait to go express it out to the world. And I just thank you guys so much.
Good job, Ken. Ladies and gentlemen of Curryville, Missouri, auctioneer Cody Knoll, come on up here, please. How you doing? Good. How about you? Good. I'm good. Cody is a car dealer and a great guy, and now an auctioneer. And folks, one of the things Cody said the other day was, anybody that wants to come down to Missouri and go to an auto auction, you're welcome to go. And that told me that he's a giver to life and giver to auction profession, not a taker. Cody, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you. Thanks, Paul and Vicky, for everything that you guys did. You guys would make a pretty good major league general manager because you guys put just an all-star team together. And it was great to.
Say that. Just say the last part again.
Oh, about everybody else? Yeah, they were great. They were just great. And I want to thank everybody that was in the class with us. It made a really tough week fun and enjoyable. So I want to thank everybody for doing that.
Come back and see us. Come back and see us. You know, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I didn't mention this morning, that when you graduate from Worldwide College of Auctioneering, you have a lifetime tuition to come back anytime you want to. You're welcome to come back. Kip did. And you're welcome to come back for 1 minute. You're welcome 1 hour, 1 day, the whole 1 week, the whole course. And you're welcome to come back every single term if you feel like it. No charge for tuition. You're always welcome in our home. John Moyer from Nebraska City, Nebraska. Come on down here, please. John Brad Moyer. I says John B. Did Brad do a great job of the opening speech last night? Well done. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. You did a great job.
Thank you, Paul. I'd like to thank you and Vicky and Don and the esteemed instructors. I love speaking in front of people, in case you can't tell, but I always say a prayer before, more of him and less of me. That way I don't stand up here and talk too darn long. There was a lot of emotion going around, and I listen. I do a lot more listening than I do talking when I'm around people out there. And I learned a long time ago in different places I've been, you never say goodbye, I'll just see you around. So I wish you all the best of luck and have a good life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Morton, please, from Howells, Nebraska. You know, folks, Tyler reminds me of me. When I was his age, I was reserved, believe it or not, and Tyler, as much or more than anyone else in class, Tyler went over more hurdles as far as speaking with people, being in front of people, and so on. And it wasn't easy for him, and I have so much respect for you because you did it. And you do remind me of me and all the folks that are along this side over here. It didn't come natural to any of us. Maybe it did Spanky, but not the rest of us, for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at Tyler. He's going to be a great auctioneer. Tyler Morton, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Yeah, I just want to thank the college and all the instructors and the class especially. You guys all have bright futures in front of you. So thanks again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ty Millison, another Nebraska, Dunning, Nebraska. Come on up, Ty.
Could the family come up, please? And Shelby.
You know, folks, come on up, Shelby, and your girlfriend too. Your girlfriend, of course. You know, there's a reason. There's a reason that we do this, and sometimes people achieve something good. Come on now, Shelby, get over here right there. You know you love him, and you know, people achieve something, and many times they just are handed a piece of paper and they leave. But I know for myself, and I can speak for every one of these folks that are along here, all of us remember our auction school experience, and mine was almost 50 years ago. I remember the people, I remember the instructors, I remember how I felt, and so on. And that's why when somebody achieves something, that's why we ask their family to come up and so on. And then also, in this case, we might ask a pastor to marry you too while you're up here, if that's what. Ty, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. I've been kind of on that kick, haven't I, right there?
I'd just like to say thank you to Paul, Vicky, and Don and the crew. I've never met a bunch of people that have been as motivating and willing to help and positive all the time to push you to get better, and how willing to help they are. I really appreciate that a lot, Paul.
When you get back to Nebraska, will you say to our hello and go see our good friend Matt Lowry? Yes, sir. Dollar down here, Matt Lowry, ladies and gentlemen. All right, good job, well done. There's a young man that comes from the great state of Oklahoma, Fairland, Oklahoma. Tyler Miller, come on up here. I'm going to ask Jeremy, Dad, would you come on over here for a minute? You know, all week, you folks know, you saw Jared Miller and Jarek Miller early. We talked about Jason Miller and, of course, Jeremy Miller. Dad, all the Millers, I always said I don't know what they have in the water in the Miller family, but they've got something. And now another generation of excellent Miller, not only auctioneering-wise, but personally, is going to take their place in the auctioneer line, and that's no small thing. And before you speak, I'd like to ask Dad to come over and maybe say something and present this diploma, if you will, please.
Thank you, Paul. Tyler, there are sometimes in life
when there are events that are a little greater than others. And this has been a great week for you, I know, in conversations with you. I'd like to present you your diploma from the Worldwide College of Auctioneering. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. This reminds me of when I got my start from my dad. And Dad always, he taught us one of the things that I think of first when I think of my dad. I think of the first word up there on the banner. It was integrity. Dad always conducted his life. There were times when I thought as a boy, now he should stand up for his rights here. He's taken the short end of the stick. He's going to come out on the wrong end financially or whatever it was. But I can say without any doubt in my mind, the day that my dad passed away, there was no one he had left behind that ever felt like he cheated them or used them wrong. And that's something that I've been so thankful for that I can say about my father. And those are the things that I remember that he taught me well beyond the chant and the numbers that you say. And that's something I want to pass along to my son as well.
I'd just like to thank you to Dad and all my uncles, Paul and Vicky, for the great leadership they have in this school. I'd like to thank all my classmates for making this a great term, all the encouragement, and I just want you to have great careers and as you go out about the rest of your lives. And I'd like to uphold the heritage that I've been handed down from my ancestors, and I'd just like to uphold that the best to my ability.
Hey folks, before they depart, one of the things that happened just a few years ago, and sometimes I think life is so unfair. These Miller family, they're Mennonite family. They conduct themselves in the highest manner for their church, for their community, and so on. But Mom and Dad Miller, Mr. Miller, and Mrs. Miller, they passed away at such a young age, and I think about that quite a bit when I see you boys that you know, they do anything to have Mom and Dad back. And I think you just said a minute ago, I said he's a third generation, but you corrected me.
Yeah, he's fourth generation. My grandfather, Andy R. Miller, sold things at auction in Middlefield, Ohio, there in the Amish community. And my dad started when he was 17 years old, and then there are 4 of us brothers, and now my son Tyler. One of the things that my dad did right when he first started auctioneering, one of the first things he did, his grandmother, or my grandmother, his mom had passed away. So they had an auction there at the home farm. Grandpa moved to a smaller place. Dad had just started his auctioneering career, and he was selling an item there at the auction. Dad was always very conscious about not running the bid on anyone. Did not operate that way. But he wanted to buy this piece that he was selling. And when he got done, he wasn't quite sure how to end it because he had the last bid, and he said, sold. I bought it, in full disclosure, and everybody laughed at him.
Well said. Okay, Bryce McVicker, come on down here from Sanborn, Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Holland recommended Bryce come to auction school, and as you folks in class know, he was a game warden, plus a farmer, and many other things. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
I had no intention of telling anybody that I was a game warden here, and when I let that slip in the first sentence that I got here, I was hoping it would just go like this. And so I don't like to talk about it a lot, but I appreciate you bringing it up every day that I've been here. But with that, I had a good career in law enforcement for 7 years. I've been to tons and tons of certification classes. I've got desk fulls of these certifications, and I've been very blessed to have a ton of good instructors, but I'm going to single somebody out. Jill Marie is absolutely one of the best instructors I have ever been around in my entire life. And what I watched you do for a lot of these students, myself included, is very admirable, and I appreciate you. You've got a gift. So that's what I have to say.
And Bryce, in conclusion, you did a great job. And don't forget, folks, he was a game warden for 7 years. Just Tyson Mclean, come on down here, please, from Volga, South Dakota. Now, we don't give a best awards for best student, most improved student, who did the best on the auction last night or whatever. But, folks, would you agree that that Tyson's opening might qualify for the best last night? You did a great job of opening your item. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Got a little excited last night with my thank yous, so I'm going to start with my parents at home, my little brother. Thanks. Sorry about that last night. Thank my family that's here, my beautiful wife, her Aunt Crystal, her mom and dad, Doug and Cindy. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you much. Don't forget there's 2 little boys too, Coy and Knox. I was a really young fella, about 5, 6 years old. My dad used to go to a lot of goat sales. And my grandpa would say, what the hell you want to go to them stinky goat sales for? I wasn't a fan of video games. I didn't like to sit inside. And I was always outside doing something. My wife could attest for this. I've been here 9 days and I've been outside once. Anybody think I feel stir crazy? Not one bit. I loved every minute of it. Took full advantage of you guys' company. One other thing I learned when I was young, I doubt he's watching, he's not real technological, but my grandpa Bert, he said, try anything once, twice if you like it. I think I like auctioneering, folks. I'm gonna try it again.
Mrs. Jason Neiman, would you come up for just a second? I know that there's a connection here and a recommendation, referral, and so on. And look at the little guys coming up there. And you know, we think a lot of your husband. Obviously, step over here if you don't mind. And Mrs. Neiman's husband passed away this past year, and these good folks. What class was he in? Do you remember? 2011. 2011.
Coy was 4 months old. Coy was 4 months old when we were here. We spent the week in a hotel room too. And he loved auction school. He was a lineman by trade and did auctioneering and real estate on the side. And I met up with one of his classmates last night at the auction too, and he met a lot of great people, just like you guys did, and formed lifelong friendships.
We truly are a family, aren't we? And tell me the connection as far as I know as a referral or a recommendation.
So it goes way back. I've been trying to do this for a long time. I met my wife. I started coming around, and that's probably the second time I met them, and they felt like family right away. Her uncle goes, I don't know how we even got on the topic, but it seems like auctioneering always comes up wherever you're at, right? If there's one in the room, casually comes up. Anyway, he said, well, let me hear it. So I gave him a chant, and he says, well, got a little ways to go, but he said, you're going to make it. Stick with me. So for probably 5 years, he said, you're going to go to auction school someday, and you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a good time. He says, one of the best times of my life. I'm going to go back with you. Unfortunately, he didn't make it here, but he's with me here. It truly is one of the most humbling experiences I've had. I guess I really don't know what to say. I could stand up here all day. I could single out a single conversation I had. Tyler and Mast right here, we were up till 1 o'clock one morning just talking. Right before we came in here, Jesse, the guy right back there, he says, you know what I really like about you, Tyson? You put everybody for yourself. And I don't feel that way. I really don't. But I'm trying to be a better person. trying to be a better person every day, and this place has done it for me.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Tylen Mass, ladies and gentlemen, from Downing, Wisconsin. Ladies and gentlemen, by a show of applause, how do you think that Tylen did on the Auctioneer song last night? You got a big future, kid. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
First of all, I would like to thank Paul and Vicky for all they've done for the students here. It was an awesome term. And want to thank each one of the students. Y'all are all great, and thanks a lot for all your support. And yeah, just want to thank each one of you.
Before you, when you go back home, will you do us a favor? On behalf of myself, I'm an international champion auctioneer. Merv is, Spanky is, Amy is, and Jill Marie is, and your friend Kendall Nisley is a junior world international champion, and he referred you here, and would you tell him hello for all of us? Okay? Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Maura Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. How about it? Minneapolis, Minnesota. Friend to Karen Sorbo, world-class fundraising auctioneer from just the best. Maura Lynch, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you, Paul. First of all, thank you, Paul, Vicky, Dawn, Sarah. I know from organizing events like this that the way that everybody is speaking so highly of the experience speaks to all the hard work that went into this by this team. They're fabulous. Last night, Paul said, "Who do you want to thank?" I jokingly said, "I want to thank my dog, say hello to my dog at home." More importantly, thanks immensely to my partner, Lucinda. And I want to tell you something. I've had a very successful career doing a lot of different things. And about 15 years ago, I was in the job of a lifetime. I was really at the top of my career doing what I was doing in the nonprofit world. The funding for my position ran out, and she said, "Don't worry, you'll bounce back, you'll bounce higher." And that made an indelible impression on me, partly because I knew how much support and love I had. But every time I've had doubt, every time I've stumbled along the way, I've remembered that I will bounce back and I will bounce higher. So my words of encouragement to you from the position of somebody who had a lot of discomfort this week, very much outside my comfort zone, is when you find yourself along the way stumbling, don't worry, you will bounce back and you will bounce higher. I particularly want to thank all of our great faculty here this week, and Jill Marie in particular. Thank you for sharing your daughter with us. She was fabulous. You know, we learn as much from the young ones as anybody else. But you hit it out of the park for me. I think you know how much I appreciate it. Thank you all again. You've been wonderful classmates, and I wish everybody the best. Keep bouncing, bouncing higher.
Did you folks notice what I noticed when she said we learn a lot from the young ones? She didn't look at me. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a young man from Austen, Texas here. His name is Robert Krantz. He's an educated man, engineer, got more degrees than a cooktop stove, I can tell you that right now. That's a joke. And I would like to ask his good wife, Ali, to come up here And last night you got a chance. His good wife is an attorney and does good work helping put the bad guys in jail and helping the good folks to heal and so on. And but anyway, I'm going to just say this, and then I'm going to ask another auctioneer, 2 auctioneers to come up here. And but the thing that strikes me so much is I'm so happy to see you folks, husband and wife, and going through life together and so on. And this is important, but that's the main thing. I'm just so tickled to see. I've known this little tyke for since she was a little towhead, and so it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'd like to ask international champion auctioneers Spanky Assiter and Amy Assiter to come on up here, please. Get over here, you two. You're all the way over here.
Well, welcome to a family of auctioneers now. I mean, we welcomed you in once as a son-in-law. Now we're welcoming you into our tradition and our legacy. So that's very cool, and we're really proud that you made the decision and joined the cult. And we're really, really happy that Allie found one of the greatest guys on earth.
Of course, I've known my daughter since she was little, and as I told you yesterday in the seminar, that she could be a little spoiled. And when Robert was asking for her hand, I tried to make him as uncomfortable as possible. And he was a nervous, quivering, and I wanted to be here the first time he auctioned because I think he would have probably felt the same way. As Paul said, she's an attorney and he's an engineer, and they spent years and years getting those degrees. But they've both been through this course now, and I'm prouder of this 10 days this week and the accomplishments they made here than all those degrees that they've both been educated for. Because you can go through a lot of degrees, but it never puts you in front of a group and makes you uncomfortable and makes you come out of your shell into this. I'm more proud of this degree than all those both of you have hanging on the wall. I'm so thankful that you're in our family, and I am so thankful for you taking care of her instead of me. Love you.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot. Oh. This is the special part. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Oh yeah, I get to say something too. I just like to thank Paul and Vicky for being so welcoming to me. I remember the first day I got here, I'm nervous, didn't know what's going on, and I come up and check in, and Vicky's right there with my binder, like, "Oh, nice to see you, Robert. So thank you. I'm so happy that you're here. You're gonna do great." And then I enjoyed hanging out late nights with Paul in the Blarney room, giving me critiques on my chant at 9:30 at night or whatnot. I really enjoyed that, and I'll always remember it. It's too late for you, right? I'd like to thank my wife for letting me come up here for a week. She was at home taking care of the dogs and taking time off work to come see me. And then Spanky and Amy for encouraging me and allowing me to come here, and I really appreciate it. And to all my fellow classmates, I really enjoyed getting to know you. I learned a lot about livestock because I'm a city slicker, and I've absolutely learned a ton, and I really appreciate that. And just practicing being in front of people, I don't get to do that often, so the first night I was $1, then $1, and now I'm actually able to talk in front of people, and just, I think it will take me a long way in life. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, an award-winning cowboy singer. You just get over there right now, Robert. I mean it. Ladies and gentlemen, an award-winning singer and poet and a cowboy poet, Susie Knight from Colorado. Susie Knight, ladies and gentlemen, even wrote a song, a poem about the most famous woman auctioneer in the history of auctioneering, Cookie Lockhart from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. So, Susie, you delighted us here this week. You were a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful lady, and a great time. And you know something one thing that I saw on Facebook that I didn't know Susie, but I saw something on Facebook that I really liked, and I complimented her a couple of times on it. She wrote such a glowing, positive, loving remarks about her husband, and I told my wife, I said, I don't know Susie Knight, but I said, she's a good woman. And I know you love your husband very, very much, and you speak so highly of him. I just love it when that happens. Susie Knight, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And don't be sure and tune in to Susie Knight, singer and cowboy poet.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, instructors. I don't really know how to combine everything I'd like to say, so I'm going to just say this really, really quickly. The only person who's watching at home is my fabulous husband, David, and he's the backbone of me. Those of you who have family, you're very fortunate, okay? So, I hope that you'll let me be part of your family, students, because I don't have a big family anymore. I have a little family, and they're not watching. Love is important, and the opposite of love I've learned from a great preacher from Moody Bible Institute years ago, that the opposite of love is not hate. It's self-centeredness. Keep that in mind. When you are only considering you, me, you're shutting out other people. And to be successful in anything, just in being a better person, which I've had to work really hard at, you must die to self and love others. Love them. You've got a family, and I'm your Grandma Susie if you'll have me, okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Susie, I've got another, just a question. Do you have some more mascara up in your room? Because you're losing it there. Ladies and gentlemen, Cannon Falls, Minnesota, Jesse Johnson. Lieutenant Colonel Jesse Johnson, career Army man with the United States Army. Jesse, you know you did a great job, and now you're a Lieutenant Colonel and a Colonel. Say hello to your mom and dad, Rod and Bernie, and your family back home, and I know that you're going to be squealing the tires out of here to get back to Cannon Falls, Minnesota. Say hello to Rod and Bernie for me. Congratulations. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
All right, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, everybody. So I've been in a lot of military schools, training, jumping out of planes, hard stuff, difficult situations throughout my career. And it was hard, and sometimes, well, most of the time, not very fun. And during those times, it's how to find a way to get through it, and it's just keeping your head up, eyes forward, keep your one foot in front of another, and you find a way to get through it. And never did I think I'd be in auctioneering school, ever, even though my dad does it, and it was never for me. And all those times, those military schools and difficult times, you came out stronger and a better person. And here I'm in auctioneer school, and the first day or two, I got that old familiar feeling of, this is hard. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this. This is completely foreign to me, and I don't know. I might just get in that car and drive home. But I didn't, kept going, head up, eyes forward, and got through it, and emerged stronger from it. And I think all of us kind of share that sentiment, stronger, better people, better professionals, and know that we can get through things that are difficult at times. Especially us that came in cold with zero calling experience. I mean, the pressure was high, right? And that's what I do now as I teach cadets, and that's why I like the school so much, because that's what you want. You want the pressure to get turned up, because that's when the true colors come out. And for us down there sweating it and feeling the pressure, everybody kept their composure. Everybody was kind to each other, and everybody were good to each other, and we came out stronger and better. So a great experience for me. I appreciate that. I mean, the quality of my fellow classmates. I mean, wow. You know, I evaluate talent. I select officers for the Army, and that's what I do. I'm always observing people, traits. And I tell you, every value up on that banner up there is what I look for in people. And every one of you have those, and I would have no objection to selecting any of you to be leaders in the Army, because you all have those traits up there in that banner without question. And then finally, my last words. I mean, you talk about leadership. I've been a student of leadership since 1995 when I enlisted the Army, right? And I've studied good ones and I've studied bad ones, and I've tried to be the best leader I can be. But you want to talk about leadership? What about this guy right here? What about this Marine right here, huh? Is there anybody who wouldn't follow him anywhere in any corner of the world? I mean, he's a leader right here, born and true. So let's give it up for Paul here.
Thank you. No, stop, ladies and gentlemen, stop, really, really. No more, please, no more. Ladies and gentlemen, two brothers from down in the great state of Kentucky, Austen and Ethan Johnson, come on down here. Both of them together, they came up together, they lived together for a week, and there was no black eyes or anything like that. We had three brothers come through. They were teenage brothers one time, and from down at Red Oak, Iowa, Big Tom Fry's three boys came up, and about Friday, one of the boys came down with a big black eye, and his two brothers, one of them whacked him up there, and I'll never forget that. Anyway, these two brothers, what town are you guys from? It doesn't even have a zip code.
It's actually called Flat Rock, Kentucky.
Flat Rock, Kentucky. Aren't these boys good boys? I want to tell you something. They're going to go a long, long way. Now I'm going to present these two diplomas, and then you guys can both talk. First of all, Austen Johnson, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. Say hello to my friend Brandon Neely, James Benton Pendleton, and Preston Hardy, and all those good folks right there. And Ethan Johnson, come on over here. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And I've got a special award for you. What could that be? That is a brand new swizzle stick, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
I just want to say thanks to everybody here. We've met a lot of great people since we've been here, and I hope that we can all stay in contact. And I would like to say thank you to all the instructors, even the ones that aren't here today. And just say thanks to Mom and Dad and the wife back at home for taking care of everything and allowing us to be able to come here and do this.
Well, how do you follow that? Like, I'm just going to thank everybody and then hand you the mic. Like, well, you know, he's not wrong. Thanks, everybody. But, yeah, that's about it. The only thing I'm going to ask for is before we leave, I want one more joke from Paul C. that's just for fun. Can we get one more just for fun joke, Paul? We really appreciate that. We really have had a great time, and all of you people are just swell.
Well done, kid. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, a young man that came all the way down. He and Grandpa drove 8 hours to come to Worldwide College of Auctioneer from Winkler, Manitoba, Canada, Blaine Houston. There he is. Grandpa, will you come on up? Grandpa was with Blaine all weekend, and he saw all the sights in Saragordo County, Iowa, all the hot spots and everything. But class, once again, we don't have most popular student, most improved student, or anything like that, because here's the reason why. Is because we want everybody to walk out that door exactly the same. Some schools do, but it changes the dichotomy, and we don't do that here. I don't believe in it. But if we did have one of the most popular classmates, would Blaine qualify? Would he be in that category? Blaine Houston, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Grandpa, come on over here and say congratulations.
Congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you. Stay right up here. Stay up here.
Well, Thank you. Thank you to Paul and Vicky for organizing this great class. I'd like to say hi to my parents and brother watching at home. Thank you. And I just like to say thank you to all the classmates. I've made 48 new friends, and I'm going to keep in touch with all of you. You guys are my new family, and I can't believe it. One more thing. We have a gentleman in the class this today. I would like him to stand up. Jim Bob, would you please stand up? It is Jim Bob's 15th birthday today. So I think as a class that we should be singing Jim Bob happy birthday. So here we go. Do you want to lead it, Paul? No, you lead it. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jim Bob. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Blaine. Well said and well done. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Harmon, come on up here, please. Now, Danny, get over here. Anyway, a couple things. One is, Danny, you really, pardon? Be nice. You really worked hard all week, and I want to congratulate you on the job that you did. And number two is I want you to tell Scott Gillespie hello for us, and thank you for recommending that you come to Auctioneer School. And then also, would you turn this way? I just have one other thing. Just come turn this way. Are you ready? You're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy. And folks in class know Danny. Danny, a lot of fun things happen in auction school. It's just exciting. The other day I had to sit down with Danny. I said, Danny, don't hypnotize anybody. You can't do that. Danny Harmon, on behalf of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. We'll be around for pictures, Vicky and I and the instructors and stuff right after too. So.
All right. Well, thank you. And thing is that Paul doesn't know is that every one of us in this room goes through hypnosis at least twice a day. Once when we wake up and once when we fall asleep at night. So. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone. I feel like I've made 48 new friends, and then some with all the instructors and the people I've met. And this is a bucket list item for me, and I hope to do something with it besides just hang it on the wall. And it means a lot to me, and I hope we do keep in touch. And congratulations to all of you, and happy birthday. Thank you.
Well done. Well said. Anthony Gottfeldy, come on down from the great state of Maryland, please. Fredensville, Maryland. You know, folks, I got the best seat in the house at Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and I get to interact with a lot of different people. And this young man, he so appreciated working hard at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. No one in class said thank you for the instruction more times than you did this week. You didn't think I remembered that, did you? And he really worked hard, and he was very appreciative of each and every instructor, and that did not go unnoticed. Anthony, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel, and go back to Maryland and do well.
Thank you, Paul. I'd just like to say thank you for all the students here. I made a ton of new friends. I really enjoyed everyone's company, and if you're ever up Western Maryland way, shoot me a call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next auctioneer is Jonas Gingrich, come on down here, Mr. Jonas Gingrich. Doesn't Jonas have a good chant? Oh, yeah. A great guy. Jonas, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And you know, one of the things, I think I mentioned this, but years ago, Amish and Mennonite folks, they didn't train their auctioneers, they had English auctioneers. Now the country is full of great Amish and Mennonite auctioneers, and I'm just so happy that you folks are doing that and doing it so well. Well done.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Paul, Vicky, and Don for everything that they do, and I'd like to thank all my classmates for being so well and just being such great people. This auction family is really a great family, and I'd like to thank all the instructors. I think if we take just a little bit of what they gave us, there's not a doubt in my mind, not every one of us can be on that wall. They might have to build another deck, but I'm pretty sure Paul would be happy to do that, to have us all on there. There's just not a doubt in my mind and that we couldn't do that. And another thing that Spanky, he touched on yesterday was about doing it even if we don't like to. There was mornings that I didn't feel like getting up and just getting into it, but I did it anyway, and I'm sure glad I did. It was well worth it. It sure was a good time here at auction school, and I'm just glad to got to meet all of you. Thank you.
Well said. Well said, young man. Okay, Ricky, Fleet check, come on up here, please, from Fort Ripley, Minnesota. Horseshoer, farrier, friend to Stephen Carol Reinhardt and Kaya Kokish. Maybe not anymore, but maybe neither one of us are friends after we had some fun at the live auction last night. Ricky, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And when you get back to Minnesota, would you say hello to Kaya and Steve and Carol from all of us down here at Worldwide?
Yes, I will. And I want to thank all of you guys. You guys were all so much fun. From Harrison winking at me for bids, it made me giggle, and all you guys sitting up listening to me, it was a lot of fun. All you instructors, Paul and Vicky, it was great. You guys made us feel so welcome, and we had direction. I've never been around that many people that got along. I mean, that is really to say something, you know. My wife, I love you, Nancy Fleechek. Ever since I left, it snowed every other day. We have a bunch of horses. We raise horses. Sorry, honey, I wish it went to snowed. I maybe should have took the June or some other month. But I love you. Thanks for doing everything. Plug the tractor in so I could feed when I get home. Thank you.
Well said. Darrell Ferdinand, come on up here. Darrell, is Kaya listening in? She's watching right here. I'm going to wait for just a minute. Vicky just wounded poor Ricky right here. He's looking for first aid and bandages. Well, folks, Darrell Ferdinand is from kind of Chicago. And anyway, so he came, and he's a car dealer, and he's bought a lot of cars from a lot of car auctioneers. He's bought a lot of cars from one of the very best car auctioneers in the country, and that's Shane Ratliff from Chicago, Illinois. And ladies and gentlemen, we have in the building today the greatest car auctioneer to ever sit behind a microphone and auction cars, and that's Colonel Spanky Assiter from down in Canyon, Amarillo, Texas. So I'm going to ask Spanky to come up so that you can get your diploma from the greatest car auctioneer in the history of the world and ever been on this planet, this man right here.
Darrell, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to say thanks to all the students that supported me. I think I'm the oldest student this week at 65 years old, and you guys worked us, I'll tell you that. And on the first day, you asked us, you know, how did we end up here? And it was on my bucket list. When I was 11, I went to Flynn Auto Auction with my dad, and I was amazed at the auctioneer. And I always wanted in the back of my head, go. So one day, I'm in couples therapy, and the therapist says, Darrell, what would you really like to do? I said, I'd like to work. I buy, sell, and rent phone numbers. That's what I want to do. Now, what would you like to do that you'd really like to do? You know, I really wanted to be an auctioneer. Well, why don't you go to school and be an auctioneer? That's how I got it. It's been on my bucket list for, I would leave auctions after buying a bunch of cars and go away, blah, 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 blah. I said, I wish I could do what they were doing. But what a support. It's like General Norman Schwarzkopf over here. You got Barry Switzer. This guy looks like Bear Bryant, right? And you got the equivalent to Pat Summit over there. Woody Hayes, I mean, you bring in all the best coaches there are all week long, you know. What a crew. And thanks for the work that you put together behind the scenes and the follow through on the phone calls. It's been an amazing week, and Jill, you really touched my heart and got through to me. On one of those classes, the switch went on, and you got that soft touch that it reached me that day. And thank you. Thank you.
Darrell, now listen, hold on. Just Spanky and I were just talking here. And could you share with us, and I think we probably all wondering the same thing, how did couples therapy go for you?
It went good. I mean, I get to follow my dreams. Just a little suggestion here, little suggestion there. And it's to support people that I have around me helps me make the changes. And you have to walk through it and take the contrary action, but little by little. Even though all week long I've been a little bit down and feeling weak and stuff like that, and maybe a cold or something. But I kept showing up because I knew you were going to call roll call at 8 o'clock. Not 8:03, not 8:07. You know, I'd be laying in bed. Oh, that guy's going to be there. Schwarzkopf never misses a meeting. Come on.
Thank you, Darrell. Well, hey, before you go, hold on. You know, one time, folks, at the National Auctioneers Association, there was a couple that celebrated their 50th anniversary. And so I said, ladies and gentlemen, please, congratulations, so-and-so celebrating their 50th anniversary. And then I don't know why it just came to me. I said, you know, ladies and gentlemen, also celebrating 25 years of marriage is myself and Spanky Assiter and Shane Ratliff. And then people started applauding. I said, before you applaud, that was 25 years total with 6 wives. So don't clap too loud right there. So anyway, congratulations. And good luck on that couples therapy right there. Tell us how it works out. Rusty Durham from New Deal, Texas. Lubbock, Texas. Come on down here. New Deal. Joey Clint Sherman, B.J. Lewis, Rusty, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you very much. You know, growing up, I grew up on a registered shorthorn operation, and we always had a sale every year. And I always looked up to the late Mike Dugdale. He ran that auction, and Bruce Brooks. And that kind of put a seed in me to always want to be an auctioneer, but I never thought I would actually go through with it. I worked on the railroad for 12 years, and opportunities presented themselves, and I ended up here, and we took in a lot of information this week. Wow. So I can't wait to get home and kind of look back on the week and kind of unfold what all took place, because it's kind of hard to take in. But man, I appreciate all my classmates out here, and look forward to keeping this communication going. And if y'all are ever down in Lubbock, Texas, give me a holler, and we'll have a good time for sure. Thank y'all.
I was down there about a month ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Dahlberg, come on down here. Colin from Pleasant Valley, Missouri. How you doing? Colin Dahlberg came back and did a great job, and you're an excellent man and an excellent auctioneer. and an excellent singer. On behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank my classmates for welcoming me with open arms when I came in late. You're a great group. I want my wife to forgive me for not mentioning her last night. Paul threw me for a loop. I had everything planned that I was going to say, and you presented me with that Ken Friesen scholarship, and I forgot everything I was going to say at that moment. So, honey, I love you so much. Just thanks for supporting me. Yeah, everybody at Worldwide, just a awesome experience that I will never forget. I love you all.
Hold on just a second. Give us just 20 seconds of that voice.
I've been,
La donna mobile, qual più mai il vento, muta d'accento e di pensieri.
Colin, look out here. Look out here.
Thank you for letting me share that. It just means the world.
You bet. And for you young folks that don't know that that was an old Hank Williams tune from way back years and years ago. Jimmy Robert Cross, everybody. Will you have Mom come up, your wife and the little boy, Rope? The other day, Keith Sadoff was giving a talk about cattle auctions and so on. He mentioned something about killer cows, and I wanted everybody to kind of know. I said, Keith, can you tell us what killer cows is? And Mom looked around. She goes, "You don't know what killer cows are?" And anyway, she thought I was the dumbest guy in the place. Jim Bob Cross, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And if my old friend Kenny Wilcox, 1990 world champion livestock auctioneer, was here, I'd have him presented to you. If you're listening in, Kenny, you know, folks, Kenny called me. Kenny and I have been buddies a long time, and he said, Jim Bob's got that nice gavel and everything, and was it your wife that made it or your mom? And he said, I want to buy that and then give it back to him. So I called him when the thing was going up 200, 300, 400. Said, Kenny, you want in? You want in? No, stop bidding, he said.
Well, I want to thank everybody. Really do. I had a good time, and it was a humbling experience. I wish I'd done it 30 years ago. Is what I wish I'd have done. And there's a few things I don't understand in this deal. You know, they get up and tell you just anything you need, just anything, just tell us. Well, I told them I want a ribeye, and I never got a ribeye. So, and I can't imagine if she had a crush on you, why would you not go out with her? I'd like to see that guy. He must be goofy, you know. And you know, and Jo Marie, she's wonderful. You don't need to move her towards the end of the deal, because she's here and she's right where she needs to be. She's a real good instructor, and so are you too, Grumpy.
What did you say?
But
after that statement, folks, stick around, because Jim Bob and I are going to step outside right after. And only one of us are coming back in, I can tell you that.
But thank y'all. It's sure good to meet all y'all. And sure, like I said, it was a really good deal. Thanks a lot.
Well done, Colonel. Brian Kramer, come on down here from Pipestone, Minnesota. Beautiful Pipestone. Huh? I've been there many, many times. I've been in your country. You think I'm kidding you? I'm not. Not at all. Pipestone, Minnesota. Brian, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And you're going to be a very successful auctioneer. No one asked me this week more times than you did is, what's the next step? How do I become an auctioneer, and how do I make money?
Will do. Thank you. Everybody loves women. Women. Everybody loves winning, as in winning, being number one. And when you win at the end of the day, wow. Nothing like some nerves, right? Thanks, Jill Marie. Not uptight anymore. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that it's a great journey. It's all the things that you overcome along the way to get there. And I'd like to thank everybody here, everybody that was in the class, classmates. It was a great experience meeting everybody here, so it's something very memorable, and I appreciate the journey and take it with everyone as well. So thank you all very much.
Well done, well said. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask a couple to come up here. Rusty and Kelly Corder. There they are right there. Russell. From Unionville, Iowa. It's a pretty good town, isn't it? Rusty was a history professor, and Kelly is just tops in every way. And this couple sat next to each other and worked hard all week. I understand it was on your bucket list to be auctioneer. Yeah, like I said, kind of, but not really. But I'm going to do yours first, Kelly. Kelly, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel.
Thank you very much, Paul.
Okay. And Russell L. Rusty, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And may I say, we do give an award for the best beard and facial hair, and you won hands down.
You should have seen it was longer. And for my half of it, I'll give you a chance to talk. Sure. Anyway, it was a pleasure. All the instructors, Paul, Vicky, everyone, all down the row, everyone in the room, just learning from each other, everybody supporting each other. It just, family. You guys are family, and I appreciate it.
I want to say thanks to, again, like everybody else, to Paul, to the staff, to all the classmates. You were great. Learned a lot. It was a great time. Wish every one of you all the best in the world, and safe travels as you head down the road, and we'll hope we'll see you later on.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, a pastor from interior South Dakota, Nathan W. Bice. Come on down here. Pastor, now will you ask your beautiful wife and 4 children to come on up, please? Come on up, kids. Come on up. Will somebody grab those cameras and kind of help? Michelle? Look at these kids. Isn't this a wonderful family? Hello, how you doing? Nathan added so much to this week, didn't he, folks? Okay. Nathan Bice, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. And folks, Nathan came to auctioneer school because he was visiting with an auctioneer in the restaurant in Fort Pierre named Colonel Matt Lowry, one of our very best instructors, and pretty soon he was sitting in the seats. And you can go home and sell killer cows, weigh up cows anytime. Go at it.
Thank you, Paul. And yeah, last night I forgot to say this, and I know Matt's probably selling bulls today, but I would like to thank Matt Lowry for interrupting my conversation at lunch. And Matt give me a phone number for a guy named Paul C. Bear, and so I went home and called him, and through a turn of events, the Lord opening doors. And I would like to say thank you to the Interior Community Church family back home who are watching, and my family in Georgia. This has been a dream come true for me, and I am so thankful to be here. And I'm going to let the kids, y'all can go sit down. I have a little presentation to make. Miss Vicky, will you come around here? One of the things I've learned, I'm not going to guarantee anything, but I thank everyone in this class signed this card. This is a thank you card to Paul and Vicky for everything they've done for us this week, for putting this together. And so I'm going to give this to Miss Vicky, and thank you very much. We love you guys and appreciate it. Paul, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Travel safely, sir. Harrison Backer. How you doing? You gonna head home today?
Yes, sir.
You ask your wife to come up. Actually, there's two folks coming up, Elaine and tell us about Elaine, when the baby is due, and if it's a boy, are you going to consider maybe naming it Paul?
It's actually a girl, sorry, and she's due in April, so yeah.
Yeah, maybe Vicky. What do you think?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. April 22nd, so right at Easter. Yep.
Well, safe delivery and all. Harrison, on behalf of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, congratulations, Colonel. New baby on the way and a new career. You got a lot of stuff going, my friend.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Well, I just sure appreciate you all. Appreciate you, especially Paul, Vicky, Dawn, you as well, all the instructors. You know, I spent 4 years going through college, but I in a week I became a lot closer to you all than I did my friends in college. Had a lot more fun here too, whether it was in the mornings yelling A at roll call or 50 with Blaine, or selling romantic evenings with Jim Bob in the practice rooms. Boy, we sure had a lot of fun. You know, my dad called me and he said, "What do you think of the whole place?" And I said, "Well, Dad, I'm exhausted, I'm worn out, I want to go home, and I'm having the time of my life." It's the best thing I've done. So I think that summed up the week for me. I told a lot of people before I came, well, I don't know what they're going to teach me. Maybe they won't teach me a whole lot. Maybe it's just worth going to sign COL before my name. But I was wrong. I sure learned a lot more than I bargained for. I appreciate Matt Lowry. I don't know if you're selling bulls like he was saying or if you're watching, but I appreciate you taking the time to work with me over the phone. Jill Marie, you as well. A lot of good one-on-one time with instructors really helped me a lot, and I feel like I've grown a lot because of you all, so sure means a lot. I appreciate it, Paul. Thank you.
Good job. Well, ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least is Cole R. Ashley from Bee Springs, Kentucky. How you doing, kid? Tell us, how big is Bee Springs, Kentucky?
Well, it's not really a place. It's more just like a spot in the road. We got a post office and a restaurant, and that's about it.
That's the best place to be from, right there. Well, in just a minute, I'm going to say this about you, Cole. One of the things I said to Mom and Dad last night is, you know, one of the things I have is the best seat in the house, and you were always on task. You were never a smarty. When you got up, you always knew what you were going to sell, and you knew what increments were going to be. And you always really took this, you're not a prude, but you always took this seriously. You were here to learn, and you were here to move forward, and you did every single time. And I want to commend you for it, and I especially want to commend Mom and Dad, because they're the ones that raised this boy and raised him that way. So before we go any farther, I would first of all, would you introduce Mom and Dad and ask them to come up?
All right, Steve and Serena, Ashley, would y'all come on up?
Somebody will grab those telephones. Also, earlier today I said when Mr. and Mrs. Ashley come up, Spanky and I have something to say, and I would like to ask international champions Amy and Spanky Asser to come on up if they will. Good friends and so on. You know, one of the things that Spanky and I wanted to say before we present this diploma, and I'm going to ask international champion auctioneer. Spanky asked her to present it because they're such good friends. But Mr. and Mrs. Ashley last night, they just put their card up for St. Jude every single time, and they're folks. You know, I think it's not a secret that these folks are folks that have worked hard and have done pretty well, but they haven't kept their money in their pocket, and they haven't buried it in the backyard, and they don't have it under their mattress. They give it for good causes like St. Jude Children's Hospital. And that certainly is. And Spank and I talked about it, and I'd like to ask Spank to continue this, and then we'll present this diploma in just a minute.
Well, Cole, it's I've seen you when you first auctioned, when you were 9 or 10 years old, 8 years old. How old was he? 8 years old. And I know the youngest guy that ever came through auction school was 8, but the youngest person that ever sold on national TV at the largest, most successful collector car auction was also 8, and that happens to be you. 8 years later, here you stand before a group of peers to become the man that your mom and dad have raised you to be. You're not a child anymore. As I said earlier, your life's in your hands, and you have potential and greatness and the heart and the talent and the stamina to do wonderful, wonderful things. And I'm so glad that you didn't choose one of those little old ding-dang-dong companies that your dad had, that you chose a profession that I love and that you love. And congratulations, Colonel, you are an auctioneer from the Worldwide College of Auctioneering. I'm so proud of you.
I'd like to thank everybody, all the classmates. We all clicked real well. A lot more. I'd like to thank Paul and Vicky and, Spanky and everybody at Barrett Jackson always told me Worldwide was the best. Well, I'd have to agree with you. And I'd just like to thank everybody. We had a great time. Just like Harrison said, I was tired and ready to go home, but I was having the time of my life. Thank you.
Well said. Congratulations, Colonel. Okay, thank you. Vicky gets to give you a pin. Do you want to have a picture? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, hold on just a second. Hey, that worked out just perfectly. Stay up here. Hey, folks, a couple of housekeeping chores. Number one is you folks that are bilingual, that we did not have bilingual, and for you folks that are listening from out there, today is Saturday, and we promised that we would be on the road by noon on Saturday because there's a storm coming in tonight, and we want people to be safe back home and so on, so we're graduating a day early. You folks that did not take bilingual, you're welcome to come back at any time, free of charge, and take bilingual at a future time with the course. And Spank, will you tell us about the drawing for NAA memberships, please?
Okay. Well, I'm sure that you've been able to hear of how much we all believe in the National Auctioneers Association. I know personally that I would not be where I am without that organization. Many of you may go home and you have auctioneers that you're currently working for, your family's in the auction industry, and you have a way to get started. But for me, I didn't, and it took me, I came at 18. 1975, 43 years ago, but my first auction wasn't conducted until 1983. It took 7 years. It takes stamina, it takes courage, it takes persistence. And it's easy when you go home now to be motivated. But 7 years later, it's not as easy to stay motivated. And without the National Auctioneers Association, I probably wouldn't be here today. And for someone like the Ashleys to be able to give you that, to help you with that, to be able to get the training and the education and to go to the meetings and to have other auctioneers encourage you and to continue to pat you on the back and say, you're doing great, stay in there, keep after it, keep going. It's just wonderful. Now, I know that Paul has another profession, And as you can see him in his red coat, he actually works for Avis most of the time. Where is he? Oh, he's already gone getting some cars. He's already gone parking cars and stuff. So when he comes back, y'all all say something about, hey, man, that Avis cut looks really good. I knew he was gone. That's why I said that while he was gone. Y'all get even with him. But I'd like for Serena to draw. You 10 lucky people that are going to, and I'm going to give the microphone to Steve and let him, but please, please, please. I know that sometimes when you get something for free, you don't think it's worth anything. This is a gift that will help you forever. God bless y'all for doing this.
Jerry York. Brett
Let's see, Orisi.
Orisi.
Okay.
Ethan Johnson. Jesse Wagner.
Very good.
Ava Stewart. Tyler Miller. Harrison Backer. John Santiago.
Yes. Congratulations, John.
Ty Millison. Ricky
Lysek.
Lysek.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 8 to 10. You announce it. They're gonna do it all.
You can't do it?
No, I told him, I said, I just can't do it.
You're going to love this announcement.
You're gonna love it. Go for it, Steve. So, should we just read them all? Yes. Announce what you're doing.
We're going to go ahead and give a few more away. Tyler Morton.
Whole scan
Nicole Scantlin.
Kelly Porter.
Kelly Corder.
Elijah Wolgamuth.
Thank you. Me too. No. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Elijah
Wolgamuth. Russell Porter.
Russell Corder.
Heath Stark.
Heath Stark.
Unfold that for me, will ya? I can't get a hold of it. Here we go.
Austen Johnson.
Luke Stessman.
Luke
Stessman.
Stussman.
Brent Priven.
Britt Pribnow. Tyler Mast.
That's it.
What?
Come on up.
What's his name?
Tyson.
Yeah, Tyson.
Tyson. I'm not going to ask if there's anyone else. Steve asked me if there is anyone else we missed. Randy? Okay, did you guys, no. It's the people that didn't already join is who we're drawing, okay? So you already joined? Right, okay, you're good. Randy, did you join the NAA the other day? Yes, you're good.
So let me understand that. So let me understand. Everyone, they just gave a scholarship to everybody, so the entire class, every one of them. No? Is that right? There's 48 students, 46 students, and some of them already enrolled, some of them didn't enroll, so they have given the scholarship to all those that didn't enroll, but from what now I understand, they even want to pay for the ones that enrolled themselves. So Cole and his family, Mr. and Ms. Ashley, just gave the entire class a membership to the NAA. Wow. Is that not the greatest thing? That's the greatest gift ever. You guys are amazing. You guys are just so wonderful. Can you believe that? I'm stunned. I'm honored to know you. I don't have words, and I'm not a guy that doesn't have words very damn often. And I am so thankful that you believe in this industry so much, that you believe in this school so much, and that you're just gosh dang got big ass hearts. I love y'all. Thank you. Bless you.
I want to say that we thank you and Amy because years ago you allowed coal to auction. Not many people would do that. And I know you got a lot of flack when you got back home, people wanting their children to do it, and you allowed to let him do it over, over and over. But I want to thank you for that. And this has been amazing. I've cried. Everyone that's got up here and said something, it's touched me. So we're glad to do what we've done. Thank you.
But yeah, I just want to say, like she said, thank Spanky and Amy, because if you hadn't have put him up there, no doubt we wouldn't be here today. And God knows where we would be. But I'm happy we're here, and he's doing what he wants to do.
Steve and Serena, it's a beautiful thing you did. Thank you so much, and God bless both of you. Paul. Yeah.
You guys, go ahead and just stay up here. Go ahead and please be seated. And I'm going to put this on speakerphone. And I'm going to ask you folks to stay up here. And I'm going to ask Jill Marie and Amy and Spanky to come up here. And now hold on just a second. I want everybody to hear this. I want everybody to hear this. Sorry, Amy. Ladies and gentlemen, I have on speakerphone Hannes Combest, CEO of the National Auctioneers Association in Kansas City. And I just shared with her, in fact, Spank, will you share with her as past president and Hall of Fame member what just happened?
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Spanky, how are you?
I'm great. You're not going to believe what just happened.
What just happened?
Now, I know that this year was the first year you was able to attend Barrett-Jackson and see how spectacular that was, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we have one of Barrett-Jackson's best customers for the last 20 years, I guess. I don't know how long. I can't count. I'm too old to remember. But he and his wife have bought and have sold cars at Barrett-Jackson for years. Their son Cole just turned 16, and when he was 8 years old, he came out and he wanted to auction at Barrett-Jackson, and it was Amy and I's privilege to let him do that, and he was able to do that for 2 or 3 years in a row, and he has decided that he does not want to follow in his dad's footsteps, but instead he wants to get in the auction business. So he just graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering. His name's Cole. He's standing right here beside me. Say hi, Cole. Say hi, Cole.
Hey, Cole. Cole, that's great. It's nice to meet you.
And he and his parents, Steve and Serena Ashley, have just donated a membership to every student here to the National Auctioneers Association. All 48 of them.
Congratulations and thank you so much. Wow. How many people was it, Spanky?
48.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. Thank you so much. 48 new members. That is awesome. The entire class. I think that's the first time that's ever happened.
Absolutely. And here's your chance, Mom. I call her Mom, by the way. Here's your chance, Mom. You need to ask every one of them to come to where?
We want you to be in New Orleans on July 9th through the 13th. which is the 70th International Auctioneers Conference and Show, and you will receive a $300 voucher to help with your expenses, education voucher, to help with your registration fees.
Right. So now that you're joined, you're automatically signed up. You get $300 off the education fees, and we are excited that you're members. Paul's a past president and a member of the Hall of Fame. I'm a past president, Hall of Fame. You're a member. You're a member.
It's awesome. And you should all get a class photo and take another one in July in New Orleans.
That's right. We're going to try to get a photo now, and you're going to put it in the national magazine, aren't you?
Absolutely, we'll put it in the magazine. That is awesome.
What? All those memberships, Amy says she wouldn't understand you heard or not. All the memberships were donated by the Ashley family.
That is so generous. Thank you so much. That is wonderful. And you will put all of that in the application so that I have all of their information as well, correct?
Right. Vicky will handle it. Vicky will get all the applications to you.
Oh, that is just wonderful. Thank you so much. Vicky and Paul, y'all are the best, and thank you so much. And I'm sorry, I couldn't get the last name of the individuals who donated.
Steve and Serena Ashley, A-S-H-L-E-Y, and there's some Cole, C-O-L-E.
Thank you so much to the Ashleys for doing this. This is just awesome. I've not had this kind of generosity before, and what I would hope that every member of that class does is use the tools that NAA provides so that you can really get your business off the ground, and that will be the best gift you can give back to the Ashleys.
Thank you, Miss Hannes. We love you.
That is awesome. I'm so excited about this. Thank you so much.
Hey, hold on just for a second. Hey, Hannes?
Yes, sir.
I happen to know that you are in Minnesota for a wedding today.
Yes, sir, I am.
And
John and Billy Joe, John Schultz and Billy Joe Gleason are getting married because of NAA.
because they met at NAA. Well,
That's right.
I would like to ask, we presented Spanky and Amy with union suit long handles the other day with a back door. Would you like us to send one up there to you in the North Country?
Would you mind making sure it gets here before 4:30 because we went out for breakfast this morning and I sure could have used it then.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Hannes Cambass, CEO of the National Auctioneers Association.
Thank you guys so much, and I look forward to meeting each and every one of you.
Thanks, Hannes. Thanks for taking our call this morning at the wedding. Take care. Thank you, Hannes. Okay.
I'll say one thing. My father was one of the first members and attended the first convention of NAA. I grew up with the very first convention.
Okay. Thanks, folks. Okay, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Ashley, again, and we're going to do something right now. Folks, it is 11:25, and I promised you that you would be on the road by noon, and we like to under-promise and over-deliver. So our graduation is about over, except for one thing, that we want to get a good picture, and I'm going to ask you. I want to get a good picture. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to need some help. Can you guys clear out of here for just a minute? I'm going to get a good picture. Can you just step back for just a minute? Just step back for just a minute. I'm going to need you guys to help me and bring some chairs up here and bring them in, and I'll form them, and we're going to take a picture of the Ashleys in front with everybody in the class, okay? And I'll direct this because I know, okay, I'd like you to help me here. I'd like you to turn these chairs around and give me a row right here. Give me a row right here. Now I'd like you to step back, please, so I can get this done. Okay, Spanky, turn them around. Yep, turn them around, right, just like this. Make me another row, just like, nope, with a, yeah, I want out, right there, right there. Okay, go ahead and go on across. We're going to need this space here, folks. We're going to need this space. Nope. We need those that way. Okay, and then make me a row here, please. Good, good, good. We'll get this done. Good job, Spank. Make me a row right here. Good. Okay. Now, Mr. and Miss Ashley, would you please come up here, please? Come on, sit in these two chairs right here, please. Come on up, come on up, come on up. Come on up. Cole, will you sit by your mom and dad? Will you sit here, please? Mrs. Ashley, will you sit next to your husband right here? There, or move over there. There you go. Good. And then Cole can sit there. And okay. Women in class, come and sit on these chairs in the front here, please. The women in class. Now, this is going to be a little cozy when we get going here. Need some more women in class right here. Over here on this side. Over here. Over there should be 5. There we go. Okay. Okay, gentlemen, I'd like the cowboys in the back to step on those chairs in the back. You betcha. Cowboys in the back, if you can. Be careful now. Cowboys and say, face in, Ricky, are you and face in this way. Move in this way. Get cozy, move in. Need cowboys over here. Okay, that's okay. Now start filling in over here, whoever else. Okay. Now, fill up that back row. Face in. Move forward. Okay. Okay, and then press in. Okay, now I need to fill in behind there. Everybody just start filling in behind, and come on in, and then right there's the center. Good. Go ahead and come this way. Turn 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 this way. There you go. Press in. Press in. Turn this way. Press in. Press in that way. We got some chairs right here that'll work. Okay. Amy, you're here. Jill Maria's here. Merv is here. Okay. Merv, where you at? Merv. Mervin. He's in the women's restroom. That's a... Okay. Good enough. That's okay. Yeah, we just put the... Spanky can be there. Spank can be there. Vicky, you'll be on the end over there. You're down there. Okay. Now, is all the class in here that you know of? Is there any class members out there? Now we've got to get. Okay, Vicky, who's taking the picture for? Oh, Sarah is. Okay. Okay, we'll get them out of there. Vicky, you and I will be down here on this end. You and I will be together. Okay, yeah, we'll be together. Merv, come on up and sit by Spanky, please. There's no chair for you, Merv. You're going to have to sit on the floor. I apologize for that. Spanky, would you let Merv sit on the floor next to you? You and I are here. Okay. Okay. Okay, folks, listen. 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 Folks, I want you, that's a good picture. And then, and besides this one, I want if you're a student to stay there because Vicky's got a sign. Okay, never mind. And anyway, that's a good picture. And by the way, you're part of history. No one has ever, in the history of auction schools, in the history of NAA, no one has ever sponsored every student at a term. Now these folks, like I said before, they're good folks, the Ashleys, and obviously they've done well because they've worked hard, they paid attention, they get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work and work till 11 at night. And we appreciate it very much. It's no small thing, it's not rhetorical. And this picture will be in the National Auctioneers Association magazine. So, Sarah, listen to me. I want you to direct us on what to do and when you're going to take the picture and smile. You take over from now. You're in charge. Let's go. Okay, come on out. Oh, you got something?
I don't know if you understand what Hannes was saying or not, but with a first-year membership, you get $300 to use to any educational event you want to use. You can go to the NAA and take it off. You can go to one of their designation academies and take it off. But with this membership, you have $300 to use at your choice for educational purposes. Please use it. Please use it. That's what she was trying to tell you. And don't forget, if you haven't filled out the forms, to fill it out. Scour the website, auctioneers.org, auctioneers.org.
Okay, you can come on out here, and we're going to dismiss you in just a minute. Vicky and I are in just a minute. Come on out. Just you can sit in the chairs, whatever's there. We're not going to organize them again. You can leave them right there, and then we're going to do something here in just a minute. Just go ahead and stand out there, whatever. Okay, we'll do that in just a minute. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead. We're going to dismiss in just a minute here. I need Merv and Jill Marie and Spanky. We need you up here. We need you up here, Vicky. And Vicky, you and I are going to stand right here together, right here. Come on up, girl. We'll be a little cozy here. Okay, folks, we like to under-promise and over-deliver. We said you'd be on your way by noon. It's 11:30, and we're going to do that. Travel safely when you leave here. Thank the folks back home that did the chores for you, watched the children, did other things for you. You're always welcome at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And one other thing before Vicky dismisses you, I'd just like to read this right here. And that is, as you leave here, there's an Irish blessing, and it says, "May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sunshine be warm upon your face, and the rains fall softly upon your fields. And until we meet again, each and every one of us, may God hold you in the palm of his hand." And so, February 2019 class.
You are dismissed.